Hi guys, thanks for tuning into this video about how to use the Vlookup function in Microsoft Excel. Have you ever found yourself searching for specific information in a lengthy Excel spreadsheet but no way to find it? Well, Vlookups are a great solution for that exact issue. The Vlookup function gives you the ability to learn and to look up and retrieve specific information. In other words, this function allows you to see if the value you're searching for exists in another range of your data. The V in Vlookup stands for vertical, which means that the data in the table must be arranged vertically with data in multiple rows. Before you even start a Vlookup, there are four important pieces of information you need. The first is the value that you want to look up, also called the lookup value. The second is the range where the lookup value is located. The third piece of information is the column number in the range that contains the return value. Last, you can either specify true if you want an approximate match for your value, or false if you want an exact match for the return value. This is an important piece of information to note before you start the lookup because it will automatically include approximate values if you do not specify otherwise. Okay, now let's start. As you can see, the data set we're looking at describes sales at a bakery. In the far left column, right here, there is a list of baked goods. The second column shows the price per item, and the third column shows the units sold. The fourth column here shows the total dollars sold per item. Now, for the purposes of this tutorial, let's pretend like the data set is super long and difficult to sift through, and we want to find the price of a single brownie. So we type brownie into this cell here next to the product, and we're going to use the cell below it next to price for the Vlookup. Now that we know we're searching for the price of a single brownie, we can start the Vlookup function. First, click this cell next to price and type an equal sign. A search bar will come up. Now start to type in the word Vlookup. And as you can see, it's the first thing to come up, so click on that. Okay, so as you can see here, it says lookup value, table array, column index number, and range lookup. Now those are the four key pieces of information that I was talking about earlier. So in this case, we are looking for brownies. So we're going to click the word brownie because that's what we're looking for. And it's important to note that you always need punctuation in your Vlookup. So we're going to put a comma after that. Without the proper punctuation, the formula will not work. Next, the function is going to ask for the table values. So the easiest thing to do for a small table like ours is to drag your cursor over the entire table that you're searching. In this case, it would be cell A2 to D9. After you drag or type in those cell numbers, notice there's a colon between those cell values. So that's just good to know in case you're not dragging it over yourself and you were going to type in, let's say A2 to Z 1056. It's very important that you put the colon in between so it can distinguish that that's the entire table range. Okay, next we need the column index number. That's the same as asking, what column do I need the formula to sift through? So remember our comma again, and we know that we're looking for price. So that's our second column here. So we're going to type in 2, and then another comma. And the last piece of information we need to finish the formula is the range lookup. And remember, the options for this are either true or false in all caps. In this case, we want the exact values only, so we're going to type in the word false and then hit enter. And as you can see, the price of the brownie appears. So now we know that the price of a single brownie is $4. And just a little tidbit, if there's no dollar sign next to the 4 here, all you have to do is go up under the numbers category and change this to currency. It might be automatically set to general at first. Always keep in mind that different versions of Excel are going to have all of these buttons in different places. However, all the functions are the same and they're very consistent. While the Vlookup feature may seem really simple here because it's such a small set of data, it's really important and useful for super big sets of data or also more complex things that have formulas worked in, large prices, things like that. Thanks for tuning in.